Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. Every day. We do it our own way. Sing it out every day. Yeah, let's make it a good day. Every day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now, here's Jason.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Jace. How you doing? You doing well? I always look over at the right side. The cameras block them. Hi, everybody. Hi. There we go. First up, something I've never, ever said in like 27 years of television. Hey, look at this nun rapping.
Oh, thy son. Thy son.
That's right. Get ready, Fallon. We're doing that tomorrow. Yeah.
Can't wait.
This is not fake. This is not fake. This nun from Brazil is making the rounds online after showing off her beatboxing skills on live TV.
Wow.
As you can see, then the priest, her fellow nuns, look, just getting right into it. Look at them. I love it. As you can imagine, people are already comparing her to Sister Act. Yeah, absolutely. She's my favorite dancing nun. Give it up for Fallon, everybody. And she's just as pure.
Wow.
That's right. Hello, Lovey.
Hello.
Oh, you ever think about joining the nunnery?
I don't think they would have me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friend who was a nun, and then her real name is Lynn, and she hates when I talk about her on TV, so I'll just say her full name, Lynn Blankenship. And yeah, and nun was my first friend, one of my first friends in Minneapolis, and she was a nun, and then she escaped from the convent in the middle of the night down a rope made of sheets. Yeah, yeah.
Can't you just leave when you want to?
I don't know.
Okay.
This story's better.
Yeah, you're right, you're right.
Yeah, but her name is Nun. I love her, the Nunners.
It's very Rapunzel of her.
It is very Rapunzel. Okay, we have cuteness overload. We had your daughter, the very shy Olive.
Yes, very shy.
It was a big night last night for little Olive.
That's right. We Olive had her moving up night, so you know they celebrate everything for children these days. So
I thought it was a Jeffersons themed party. I was like, you know, yeah.
Yeah. It's basically that, yeah.
Olive's opening a chain of dry cleaning stores.
Yes,
that's right.
yes.
Yeah.
She is, you know, leaving preschool to move up to kindergarten. So they had her little, yep, there's her
Look
certificate.
at that.
Very cute.
I don't see Olive in that pic. Oh, there she is. I was just looking at Jake. I didn't see Olive in that.
Yeah. They performed 3 songs. They received a gift. And in the video, they say her name, and the teacher hands her a gift, and she just looks at her friends and goes, "I got one."
Oh.
She was real happy she got a gift. Her love language is gifts.
Yeah.
So she was very excited.
What was the gift?
I don't know. It was like a little drawstring bag with little activity things, and a sucker was in there, a rainbow sucker. She was very hyped. Pink sunglasses. She was very excited. Yeah.
See, we say this all the time. They didn't care about us kids in the 70s, in the 80s.
No.
We didn't have them moving on up. We went from kindergarten to, what is it, preschool to kindergarten?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no. It was just like, go to kindergarten, go to Miss Gilo's class. And then,
Yeah.
we didn't have any of that.
No.
Did you?
No.
No.
No, we did not. And I had a very small school as well, but yeah, no, it was kind of like, congrats.
Bye.
Yeah.
Here's your napping square. for kindergarten. That's it. And that was it.
We didn't do naps in kindergarten. Our kindergarten, they were half days. You were either
Ours was too.
morning or afternoon, and I was morning.
Yeah, they still let us nap. And my mom...
Wait a minute. So you were only in class for like 4 hours?
Yeah, it was
and the
very
teacher-
taxing. It was very rough.
The teacher had you
No.
nap for an hour of it?
This is no
wild.
this is no joke, and my mom can back me up. You know how, memories as you get older, they just kind of all meld together. I swear on my life, I remember sitting on my mom and my dad's bed, and my mom, the Dar, coming in and saying, Jace, we had to pick whether we were going to take you into morning kindergarten or afternoon kindergarten. And Jason, we picked... Jason, I put you in afternoon because I know you don't want to miss Underdog. So my TV watching determined my education. I mean, nothing's changed. Yeah. I love TV. I'm just telling you.
fine,
Something's never changed. Time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Let's do this. Let's do this, everybody. Okay. First up, HBO finds its Harry, with filming set to begin on the epic 10-year-long Harry Potter TV series. We finally know who will play the main 3 characters, the kids. Here they are. Dominic McLaughlin will play Harry. Arabella Stanton is Hermione. And Alistair Stout is Ron Weasley. Listen to this. More than 30,000 kids audition for those parts. Yeah. Obviously, the 3 take over the iconic roles nearly 24 years after the first movie hit theaters. Filming on the new series, it's going to begin this summer, and the first season will premiere next year on HBO.
Are all the kids British? We talked about that.
They all are.
Okay.
Yes. Hermione. Yeah, Hermione was. She's already done stuff. She was on the West End.
Oh yes.
She was on a play in the West End, and
she was Matilda, I believe.
Matilda. That's right. Bjorn said that. Yeah. I am so old that I remember covering this announcement with the original kids.
Wow.
I remember the day that this was announced, and it was my first live shot, or I was live covering. I sounded like I was 11. I'm like, they've casted the original Harry Potter movie. and now it's fun. But look, as I'm looking at those kids, I think your lives are getting ready to change forever.
Well, not only that, like, it's such a commitment. We talked about that with, like, John Lithgow saying the same thing, that we see them now as kids, but they're going to be doing this for so long. They're going to be basically adults when they're finished. Kind of like the Stranger Things kids. It's so strange.
Yeah, the Stranger Things kids, they're 42 now? Yeah, they're like in their...
Well, 11 is married to Bon Jovi's son.
That's
so,
right.
You know, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
From movies to TV, the 20th season of America's Got Talent premiered Tuesday night, and one of the acts had the judges squirming. Look at this. Nope. I can't. That is, look at Mel B. Mel B is all of us right now, yeah. No! That is a 20-year-old contortionist. He goes by Elastic Boy. He easily moved on to the next round. I can't.
I don't like contortionists.
I don't either. I
mean, congrats. That is impressive, but also I can't. It's like I don't want it.
I'm double jointed and that freaks me out, and I'm me. You know what I mean? I don't even like to look at my own arms. Another act combined roller skates with acrobatics for an absolutely jaw-dropping audition. Let's look at this. Crazy. Jacqueline and Wagner, they got 4 yes votes as well.
I've seen that on Disney on Ice. It's very cool.
Really?
Yeah, they do that on Disney on Ice with skates.
With skates, dressed as Mufasa.
Yes. Well, you don't see a lot of doubles work with Mufasa, actually.
That's right. Yeah. 2 other acts received the Golden Buzzer, moving them straight to the live shows. One is a singer who performs on the streets of New Orleans. Let's look at him. That's Jordan Blue. He had people tearing up with his emotional take on the song Break Even. I can't, because there's so many of these shows. We were saying this in our meeting. It's hard for me to get excited about a singer on these shows.
It is. I mean, he's obviously has a beautiful voice, very talented. But yeah, isn't the point of America's Got Talent that they do like a Vegas show?
Yes, that's one of the prizes.
So like the roller skating thing, I could totally see being a Vegas show you would go check out.
The Contortionist, I can see it like The Link.
I don't
You know
want
what I
it.
mean? Or
Yeah, I don't want
Circus
to.
Circus.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
It's very perfect for that problem. Yeah. We have more Dish when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. Back after this. Freaks me out. Welcome back. Welcome back. More Hotdish. Marilyn Maye coming up. Marilyn Maye's coming up. But first, good news for Hacks fans. HBO Max just renewed the show for a 5th season.
Yeah.
That's right. The finale of season 4 starts streaming this Thursday, and reports are the 5th season will be the last.
I could see that being the last one.
It should. Anyway, and a possible shakeup at Saturday Night Live. Cast member Kenan Thompson, who's been on the show since a long time, teased a lot of changes coming to the cast ahead of season 51. He didn't clarify, though, who could be leaving. But he made it seem like a lot of people, which they just had a cast shakeup. You can't shake it anymore. And new details on Top Gun 3. Producer and writer Christopher McQuarrie talked to Josh Horowitz for his podcast, Happy, Sad, Confused, and says they already have a concept. Listen.
Top Gun 3 harder to crack in some ways than Top Gun Maverick?
No, it's already in the bag.
You've cracked it?
Yeah, I already know what it is. I already know what it is.
Easy.
Yeah, no, wasn't hard. Why these?
What? I know. Thank you, audience. Tepid applause on that one. McQuarrie says the writer pitched something. They had one conversation and already created the framework for part 3. He didn't say, though, when production would start. And Tom's out there selling Mission Impossible 3, being very coy about doing another one. So I'm sure it's a negotiation ploy.
With how successful the last one was, there was no doubt in my mind he would do another one.
I get that they have a concept, but again, part 2 was so good. Please make sure, if you're going to do a part 3, you have to make it even better, because you don't want to ruin how great, well, 1, 2 was great. You know, part 1 was great. But don't do a 3 unless it's a great, can't miss concept.
Well, according to that guy. Not hard.
Not hard. I mean, yeah, I guess we could have done it here.
Yes.
Yeah. Next in the dish, a documentary you have to watch. Oh. I got the chance to finish a new 2-part series on the life and career of the man behind Pee-wee Herman. Take a look.
There wasn't like a moment in the 80s that wasn't super cool to be me. And then dark music. Bum, 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 bum. I lost control of my anonymity, and it was devastating. I don't want to come off like a victim in some way. I kept who I was a secret for a really long time. I hid behind an alter ego.
Today's secret word is fun.
I want kids to learn, not only is being different okay, let's celebrate it, but
Yeah. This is one of those days where I couldn't wait to get on the air because I couldn't wait to tell you about it. It's called Pee-wee as Himself, and it follows the rise and the fall of Paul Reubens, who created Pee-wee Herman. And there's so much to say. I could literally spend a half hour talking to you about it, and if you want to watch it and DM me, I'll talk to you. It's in 2 parts. Each one's about an hour and a half. And, you know, the first thing I will say is it reminds you of how important Paul Reubens and the character of Pee-wee was for. I was a little old. I wasn't a kid per se, but I was, moving into teenage years. How important Pee-wee Herman was, the character, for kids of the 80s, to teach them that it was all right to be different, to create a safe space for non-conforming kids who were just, not your typical 7-year-old or 8-year-old. And he did that via that character. And Paul himself was a nonconformist and never really walked the same path as others, much to the dismay sometimes of his friends, and his parents were supportive, and you learn that. And then the other thing I will say is, if your lasting memory of Paul Reubens is of him being a punchline, I have news for you. We've been had. And what I mean by that is, if you only know Paul as the center of 2 scandals, the first being when he was caught in a movie theater, and then the second one, the raid on his house, you will learn in this documentary that as Paul beautifully says at a portion, and I don't want to ruin it, but as Paul beautifully says toward the end of his life, where there is smoke, there is not always fire. And it's an important lesson that is illustrated beautifully, because what you will learn is, and I remember the news, hell, I worked in this building. I remember people covering it. If you remember the raid on his house, this was the second scandal, was, oh my goodness, they found he's a pedophile. They found child pornography, and that was splashed everywhere. It wasn't true. That's not what they found. That's not what they found at all. Now, I don't want to give everything away, but you will learn not only the facts of that case, but you will also learn the devastating impact that had on the man, not Pee-wee Herman, but the man, Paul Reubens. I literally just got the chills. The end of the documentary, I will not spoil for you. I won't reveal, but it killed me. It absolutely devastated me, because the documentarian had a very rough time, and he wrote a great piece in Vulture that I would encourage you to go read after you watch it. This almost didn't happen several times. Paul was very difficult to work with the director, Mr. Wolf. He stopped calling the director several times. He wasn't as forthcoming as the director wanted him to be. And what you realize is Paul struggled to be himself till the very end. And the tragedy is he almost started opening the door to be himself, and he was tragically taken. He died, and it was a struggle for him. And you gotta watch it.
Was there a rule in place that this couldn't be released until he passed?
This I'll give away, because I mean, hello, the movie's out, so obviously Paul signed it. You find out that Paul didn't sign the release for the director up until almost his passing. It was kind of a last act of love for the director and Paul's need and desire to tell his story. And I don't want to say anything more about the last 10 minutes, which I'm looking at Erin, and she watched it. And I went to bed last night, and I thought about this for, because I was a huge fan. Are you kidding me? I had a Pee-wee Herman birthday cake. I mean, I did. I really did. And I loved him, and I didn't even know why I loved him. And I was a weird kid. I was a drama club kid. I didn't fit in. I was made fun of. And Pee-wee kind of gave you permission to be all of those things. He was our, he loved Howdy Doody as a child. He was a Mr. Rogers and a Howdy Doody and a bozo, all kind of wrapped in one with great messages for kids. And it's all right to be weird. It's all right to be weird. So,
well, I got to check it out then.
You do. Pee-wee as himself. Watch it on Max. It's great. It's really good. Up next, she's one of the best actresses working in Hollywood, but becoming a movie star wasn't easy for Kathy Bates. In a new interview with Vanity Fair, Kathy talks about being rejected for a movie in the 90s because of the way she looked. She earned raves for the play Frankie and Johnny off Broadway. But listen to this. When a movie of Frankie and Johnny was being made, she said the director, Gary Marshall, who did Pretty Woman, would not cast her. Instead, he put Michelle Pfeiffer in the role opposite Al Pacino. Bates said that Gary Marshall told her that he couldn't see her as a love interest. He couldn't see her kissing a man on screen. Keep in mind, the movie was made after Kathy won an Oscar for Misery. Bates said she also faced criticism for her looks in Hollywood even after that. She did.
Oh, my gosh, it's so infuriating.
But karma has a way of working sometimes because that movie bombed the box office.
Okay.
Yeah. Frankie and Johnny did nothing. Yeah. It was horrible. It was a horrible movie. And I like Gary Marshall. I'm a fan of Pretty Woman and some of his stuff, but it was a turd. It was horrible.
I'm sure that brought her a little bit of joy.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
Like, you don't want to see someone else fail, but if it, you're like, a little bit of joy.
Again, it's so short-sighted of Gary, but it's Hollywood.
Okay.
But Kathy is a normal-looking, I hate the word normal, but she's an average-looking woman, and to tell her that Al Pacino was no damn prize. I mean, look at him at that point. He kind of looked turtle-ish. You know what I mean? He wasn't exactly, he wasn't in his prime at that point. He was not,
Right.
But Kathy, I thought she was beautiful. Look how great she did in Fried Green Tomatoes.
Oh, my gosh. One of my favorite movies of all time.
Really? Is it one of your favorites?
I love that movie, yes.
Yeah. Next up, a travel story we need to talk about. One woman is taking her allergy issues to the next level. She gave flight attendants a printed list of her allergy demands ahead of a recent flight. And I know some of you are like, oh, Jason, but I have, oh, no. This goes beyond. Here's some of them. No cashews, no fragrance, no chemical smells. That includes cologne, perfume, scented body lotion, scented soap. No gasoline or airplane fuel smells. You're on an airplane! And finally, no coffee. Not even the smell of coffee, claiming she's allergic to the smell of coffee.
Okay.
People on social media ripping the woman, saying maybe she could just walk to her next destination.
Yeah. It's wild. That's wild.
You can't smell airplane fuel, but you're on an airplane?
Yeah. I get it.
Take a burro.
There are people that like a burro. I'm like, of course there are people that have you're sensitive to smells, and some people will use too much cologne or perfume. I get all that, but you can't put a little note into the pilot beforehand. Like if Colleen wears too much Bath and Body Works, she's got to be booted from the flight. You know what I mean?
How am I doing today? Am I wearing too much cologne?
You never wear too much cologne.
Thank you, love. Neither do you.
Well, thank you. That's because I forget deodorant most days. So it's a whole situation. It's a different issue.
I know that.
Yeah,
I know that. We still got to get you a little deodorant bar back there. We do, yeah. We'll be right back. Marilyn Maye and more next. Stay right there. Coming up in just a little bit. The New York Times calls her the unsinkable Marilyn Maye. I'm calling her the Taylor Swift of cabaret singers. Her career has spanned 8 decades. The one and only legendary Marilyn Maye is here. And then How to tell when the person you're going on a date with isn't playing golf with a full set of clubs. That and more when we come back. I love him. Welcome back. Well, it is an understatement to say there is absolutely no slowing down for our special guest today. She's a legend. That word is overused, but it's applicable. Yes. At 97, the fabulous... The fabulous, the icon, Marilyn Maye is still working non-stop, touring sold-out shows, high-kicking for audiences around the country. Look at this.
So tune the grand up, get your shoes off, strike the band up, cut the blues off. Hallelujah, it's a day.
Look at that. We were just talking about 54 Below. Marilyn, audience, listen to this. Marilyn has been performing on the stage for 9 decades and is bringing her show, she's all over the country, but if you're watching us locally, to Crooner Supper Club this week, audience, give it up for Marilyn Maye, everybody.
At Crooners.
Welcome back.
I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you.
I'm thrilled to see you. I'm thrilled to be coming to Crooners.
Yeah, it's a great venue.
I think for the last 10 years we've done it twice a year.
Yeah.
And it's a great room. It's a beautiful room.
It's a beautiful space. Our own Aaron Schwaberini performs there. That's right, yes. Did you?
I love it. I love it. I love we have great musicians. I'm bringing Ted Firth from New York, my wonderful pianist, and 2 local people, bassist and drummer, and lots of people watching and listening, I hope.
Did you ever for a moment think of retiring?
Never.
Was it ever even a passing thought in your head?
It's not in my vocabulary.
Yeah. Don't you think it's such love? It's such a cliche, but don't you think it's the secret? It's the secret to just living is to not stop.
Well, you got to keep moving. That's what when people say, "How did you actually, you know, I'm really 74."
Yes. I'm sorry, they put it wrong in the script, Marilyn. We'll fire that person immediately.
I told the audience I'm 79, but I'm dyslexic, you know.
Well, here's another cliche, but you don't feel you don't feel your age.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm very busy, and that's what I was put on this earth to do. You know? So my mother played piano, and I started singing when I was probably 6, and doing shows when I was 7 and 8 and 9, because there were amateur contests, and I usually won. There was a trumpet man that was really good. I was always worried about him. But when I saw him approaching, and he's going to be on the same contest that I was, but usually we won. And then when I was 9, the gift that they gave you for winning was a radio show for I think 12 times, and so I was 9 years old doing my own radio show.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But now I'm doing my own show at Crooners, and that's probably more productive.
Oh, well, and all over the country. And what was it, Marilyn? 3-4 years ago, you were at Carnegie Hall.
We were.
Yes.
2 years ago, but who's counting?
Who's counting? Yeah.
2 years ago, we sold out in the big room. We were in the big room, 2,800 people, and the mayor proclaimed it Marilyn Maye Day. The mayor of New York City. That was an honor.
Yes.
That was nice. But even more than that, we did a 2-hour show with an 80-piece orchestra, and they were fantastic. They were New York Pops, and my own musicians too were included. And then we got 12 standing ovations. Well, the audience was full of friends who had traveled from all over the country. They were so thrilled that I was at Carnegie, and me too. And so they just kept standing up after.
What is it, Marilyn, what is it? Look, even kids know when you say Carnegie Hall, they know the venue. What is it about that facility? What is it about that stage that makes it as magical as it is?
Well, it's just probably the heritage and the performers that have worked there and the prestige of the fact that it's a great New York City establishment.
Yeah.
You know, it's the entertainment capital of the world, maybe. You know.
Do you, because you don't get nervous, do you get the I mean, do you get the butterflies when you step on that particular stage?
No, you're thrilled.
Yeah.
No. You're so thrilled to be stepping on that stage, you know, and the audience reacted to it, and the fact that we were there, doing my own concert. You know, I work it several times. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go back soon to do a show about Hello Dolly, and I'll be doing among the other people that are appearing on it. And I've worked it several times with other people, but to do your own concert for a 2-hour was a thrill. It was
absolutely
thrilling. And the reviews, we had 7 reviews. I'll send them all to you.
Please do. I'll put them up in the grid. Well, I love the New York Times profile. Beautiful picture of you guys. Go Google it. The unstoppable Marilyn Maye. I mean, the New York Times. The unstoppable Marilyn Maye.
Whatever that means, we don't know.
It means you're an icon.
Or singing, I think.
No, it means you're an icon. And we have more with Marilyn when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. Stay right there. It was a beautiful picture, though. It was like a... Welcome back. More with the great Marilyn Maye, everyone. She's all over, touring all over the place. Follow her on social for a list. I'll tell you all that in a little bit. If you're watching us locally, Crooners, we'll give you all the information. What? Tell us about this show. You've done all types of shows. What show are you bringing to Crooners?
I don't know. The last 10 years we've done it twice a year, and this time, this is the year that Johnny Carson celebrates his 100th birthday. And he's in a better place to celebrate it, maybe. But you know, I was the most. Well, I was the singer that did it 76 times, and more,
did you guys?
More than
you didn't know that the singer that did the most Tonight Show with Johnny Carson's than anybody else, and y'all know how much I love Johnny, so yeah.
And I loved him too. So we're doing a show that lots of the songs that I do on the Carson show.
Are you doing any of Are you doing any of his favorite songs? Like
I'm doing Here's That Rainy
Day. Yes.
I did it 5 times on the show. He would pop into the makeup room and say, "I'm glad to have you back, Marilyn," and say, "You're going to do Here's That Rainy Day." And Johnny, I've done it 3 times already, and that's fine. You can do it again. You can do it again. He loves it. So.
And Marilyn, look at this. What we're running right now. This is from. Is this from Sullivan?
No, this is Hollywood Palace.
This is Hollywood Palace.
Yeah, this was Hollywood Palace.
Look at that dress, Marilyn. Look at that dress.
All that hair. It is not a wig, I have to tell you.
This is what, probably mid 60s, Marilyn?
I'm blessed. Oh, I don't know.
67.
Look at all that hair. Oh dear God, that's the Ed Sullivan Show.
This is Sullivan?
That's Sullivan. Yeah, that's Ed Sullivan.
Isn't it?
We did it several times. The Hollywood Palace we did 3 times. Ed Sullivan we did 3 or 4 times.
Isn't it?
In those days, see, we had all those wonderful shows to do, those musical shows.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore.
No. I mean, yeah, back then, I mean, you had Johnny, you had Ed Sullivan in prime time.
And Mike Douglas.
Mike Douglas in daytime.
Yeah.
You could just make who was, because I'm a lover of I have a picture of Johnny in my radio room. As I come down, I look at him every day. I wave to him like a dork, but hi Johnny.
That's right.
What was it? I know why you're magical. What was it about Johnny that made him so good at a job like this?
He listened.
Yeah. Really,
and paid attention to what was said, you know, and was so glib about how he felt about your work, you know. He called me super singer, and he would turn to the camera and say, "And that, young singers, is the way it's done," and things like that. His remarks were, you couldn't buy those kinds of things.
No.
You know? But he loved music. music too. He was so funny. He was so basically funny, and he listened to the guests. And I watch people overtalk, you know, the guests, like you do. Like you do, you listen.
Yeah,
and that's
you have to. You have to. It's a conversation. It's not. You don't.
It's supposed to be.
I'm like I have cards to guide me, but I'm listening to you, and then you know.
Right.
It's
then
just,
it may go somewhere that you haven't even planned.
I haven't even. Yeah, I didn't know. I was going to go to Johnny later. I do want to. I want to. There's this picture here. Talk about a legend. Look at this. This is Marilyn and Ella Fitzgerald right here.
Oh, she was my precious friend.
Right there. Look at that right there. She was
my precious friend.
Yeah. What was Ella like, my friend?
She was shy.
She was shy?
Very, very shy. And precious, and observed other singers and loved other singers too. And she and I became dear friends in New York. And so as we'd go around the country, if we were lucky enough to be in the same city, probably after my show, she would join me. She would come to see my show, and she would join me in the dressing room. And then the same with me. Wherever she was working, I would go in, and then we would sit in the dressing room and talk for hours. We felt comfortable in the dressing room, and we could talk about the world and what.
Oh, I wish those were recorded.
I do too. I do too.
Right?
I wish it was.
Give it up for the great Marilyn Maye, everybody. If you're watching us locally, she has performances at Crooner Supper Club Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week for all of her dates. If you're watching us from across the country, head to MarilynMaye.com. We'll be right back, everybody. Back in a moment.
I love you. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
I'll take the other food.
Welcome back, everybody. Odds are we all have dating regrets. When you look back and you go, ugh, why did I waste my time on that person? Well, a new list on Reddit has been, and BuzzFeed, has been cracking us up all day. It asks the question, when did you realize you were dating an idiot?
Oh, no.
And the answers are hilarious that you guys have submitted, and we picked out just a few of our favorites to get you laughing this morning. Okay, here we go. You ready, Fallon?
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen these.
Fallon has not seen any of these. Okay, first, here we go. My ex asked me, what kind of animal is Mickey Mouse?
Sorry. What?
I just said,
Mickey.
say that again, slower.
Mouse.
Yeah.
Mickey.
Mickey
Mouse.
Mouse. Relationship over. I mean, right there.
You're like, oh, no.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Have a good life. I'm going to allow you to succeed someplace else.
But what about Donald?
Donald Duck.
Okay.
Now, look. If they ask about Goofy, that's a whole other thing.
Okay, right.
Because is Goofy a dog? I don't know.
Allegedly.
It's a horse. Thank you. Thank you, row 3. Here's another one. My ex missed his daily medication because he threw it out instead of saving it for the next day.
So I'm imagining he has a pill box. Oh, I forgot Mondays. Instead of moving it to next Monday,
He throws it out.
All right.
Again, relationship over.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
doesn't expire after a day.
It doesn't.
No, you can move it to next Monday.
That's wild.
Next, one guy shared, my ex didn't know yogurt and pudding were not the same thing. She ate pudding and granola for breakfast for months, congratulating herself for being so healthy.
Texture.
Can you imagine?
Bless her heart.
Girl, you think you are eating healthy with some little bit of granola and some grapes, and you're eating vanilla pudding with like 300 calories a serving, you know? Oh.
I wonder if she was doing chocolate pudding.
Probably.
That's what I imagine, like a chocolate situation.
Bless her heart.
I know.
Yeah.
Adorable.
Okay, here's another food one. A woman shared, my ex said he'd make pancakes and then put dry powder directly in the hot pan.
So he didn't know there's a liquid mixing
There's a
portion?
liquid, yeah.
Some eggs.
A little, yeah.
A little milk, maybe.
I mean, yeah. What kind of pancake is this? Yeah. Okay, next. I introduced my ex to my stepsister. He said, weird, you guys look nothing alike.
Right. Through marriage?
We're through marriage, and our parents are different,
Right.
but okay.
Yes.
Again, relationship over.
I guess it depends on how hot they are. You know, I mean, maybe I can get past one of them.
Yeah.
If it was consistent, no.
If it was like the stepsister mixed with granola, I'm done.
Too far.
I mean, yeah.
Too far.
Pudding, yeah.
Right.
Okay, up next. A woman said, my ex thought you absorb a gallon of water when you shower, so he didn't need to drink water.
That's like me and Bjorn. We're like, we got water with the ice in our iced coffee.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, you're getting the water.
I think so.
Or when I'm drinking a vodka soda, I'm like, I'm hydrating.
Yeah.
There's ice in there.
And soda.
There's ice
Water,
in there,
yeah.
right there, yeah. Okay. Another one. A guy said, my ex asked if they speak British in Great Britain. I mean, yes.
Yes.
I went on a date. I went on a date, and we were at Mall of America, and we were sitting in the food court, enjoying a lovely 3-entree Panda Express meal. And yeah, I was hungry, girl. I was hungry, yeah. And we're sitting there and we're eating, and this was around, this was in like '99, and we're sitting there and I go, well, let's go see a movie. And he's like, okay, what should we see? And again, this is around '99, and I go, oh, I said, oh, Gosford Park is playing, and it has a lot of great stars in it. He goes, oh, that's British, right? And he goes, yeah, I'm not in the mood to read subtitles.
You could submit one to this BuzzFeed article.
Like, I had a little piece of orange chicken in my mouth, and I kind of just, I looked at him like a dog going to the vet, and I'm like this. I went, no, they're British. They speak the same language. There's no subtitles. Yeah, Gosford Park was a British movie, and I'm like, oh, sweetie.
How many other dates did you go on?
I think that was it. I think we had some smooching, and then I sent him on his way. I was like, yeah.
Oh. So they were hot enough for the smooching, but not for the dating. Okay. All right.
He was there. I was there.
Okay.
The orange chicken was there. I mean,
I love an orange chicken.
I do too. Oh, God. What is in that stuff?
It's not good.
No, it's not.
It's not good for you.
Check out the whole list on BuzzFeed.com. We'll be right back, everybody. Back after this.
I don't want to do subtitles. Like, I don't want to read.
I don't want to read. Welcome back, everybody. Love our audience. Come see us. You look lovely today. I like that dress.
Thank you. Your tie matches.
I do that on purpose. That's right, yeah.
It does.
I always look at Fallon and go, what are you wearing today? Okay, I'll try to match you. A big month of shows coming your way in June. We want to see you here in our studio audience. Free tickets are available at eventbrite.com. All you have to do is punch in Little Jason Show, or there's an Eventbrite app as well. Pick a date, join the fun. You're in by 9:30 Central, and you're out by, Erin kicks you out at 11:15. That's right. She just kicks you right to the curb.
She has a broom.
A little broom. Get out!
Switch out, yeah.
We'll be right back, everybody. Get out! Don't forget to follow us on social. Fallon on Air, Jason Matheson on Instagram. I need 1,300 more followers. Okay, I got to tell you, in the commercial break, we always find out how much longer the show is. And Jeff goes, you have 2 minutes. Fallon whispers over to me, if we need something, I can show you something. And I'm like, well, that sounds dirty. Yeah, what are you going to show me?
Okay. So, look at this shoe.
Did Bjorn chew that up or what?
No, my dog Frank chews every shoe up, and you might think I wouldn't wear this for television, but I did. And it's already a cheap Target shoe, but I refuse to give it up. So when you see me wear these black shoes, know that I am cheap and I refuse to repair it.
You're so classy. I know.
No.
Thanks for pulling out your best for us.
Yeah,
right?
anytime.
No, my dogs, knock on wood, Milo is starting to chew on my couch. That's it. Not shoes yet. Just he likes the side of a couch.
I hate that for you.
I know, I do
That's
too.
an expensive thing to chew
a
on.
shoe at Target, I can, you know.
That makes sense though, that your dog would have bougie taste.
Whatever. Tomorrow, what do your dreams really mean? Our dream expert, Lori, is back to break it all down. That's right, yeah. That's tomorrow, but right now, that's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Bye, everybody. I'm going to go get Fallon some more shoes.